This week, the Department of Criminal Investigation announced they're looking into assaults at the South Dakota State Penitentiary, and the Department of Corrections announced they busted a drug smuggling ring. All of this adding to the ongoing concerns about what is going on inside prison walls. Parker Brown tonight with a first alert follow-up. Parker.
Hey Brian, this week alone, protests for better inmate treatment in response to inmate deaths and a prayer walk took place. The ongoing concerns about what goes on behind prison walls certainly extends to those who have a loved one serving time. For them, the most recent events fuel their worry even more.
It requires a lot of patience and a lot of strength, I guess.
Megan McGilkey is from North Dakota, but she makes the drive to Sioux Falls whenever she can. Her boyfriend is behind bars.
A lot of phone calls. That's kind of basically what the relationship consists of, is a lot of conversations, especially with being so far.
McGilkey says her boyfriend tells her about what he sees on a daily basis, even outside of the violence and unrest. He has a job in the kitchen and has relayed stories of mold, cockroaches, and rats. He also described to her poor treatment and delayed reactions to treating inmates who need health care or mental health resources.
I mean, I've heard that some other guys have waited up to 10 months to see any type of mental health care. Same thing with medical care. My significant other has had a previous heart attack. That's on his file, so they are aware of that. I had to call them because he was experiencing chest pains and several other symptoms, and he ended up in a hospital.
South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley says they're getting to the bottom of what's happening inside the penitentiary, but can only do so much. While the DOC independently makes their own decisions about everyday operations and administrative actions, DCI is making sure inmates are held accountable for further crimes.
Whether it be bringing in a shank into the prison, bringing in controlled substances, getting into fights, that message is heard loud and clear that you've got to follow the rules, and when you don't, you have an attorney general that's going to hold you to the letter of the law when it comes to especially dangerous conduct that's harming either guards or other inmates.
Regardless of how things have started, the reality of how things are going makes it difficult for McGilkey to feel like her boyfriend is safe.
My loved one's in there, you know, he's in there, you can't get out of it, you know, you're stuck in there. And you have a prison full of men, full of testosterone. They're stuck in cells all day. What do you think is going to happen? We need to do something.
McGilkey says she hopes changes are made to treat inmates better and help rehabilitate them to re-enter society. She doesn't want to take away from the accountability to the crimes that they've committed, but she believes reform would reduce the outcomes of violence, lashing out, and inmate deaths. The group, who held a peaceful demonstration at the penitentiary last week, intends to hold another one at the end of June. Brian?
Parker Brown for us tonight. Parker, thank you.